Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome in to the Eric Zane Show podcast, the daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. It's very important that I start not overextending myself. There's a contraption that we have here. It's called a car dolly. It's two wheels, a couple of ramps. You put the front end of your car on it. You put these straps on the front tires. You take your car anywhere you want to go. You can tow it. Oh, hey, Darla. So we were doing that this past weekend. And I got home and pulled the camper in the driveway, took the car off the dolly, and then I got to put the dolly in the garage. I have a typical driveway. It's slanted down. You know, I'm not made like I used to be. So it doesn't, I mean, back when I was in shape, rolling the dolly uphill, like pulling it with just people power, me, was hard. And I'm remarkably weaker since then. But there I was, rolling that fucking thing up the damn driveway. I got it all the way up there, put it into the garage, and I still got it. Still got it. But little did I know that something wrong had happened. I didn't know it then. But like 2 a.m, I'm laying there and I'm like, what the fuck? And so I think I ruptured all of my internal organs on one side of my body. I know. Everyone's going, oh yeah, go see a chiropractor. So it's you know, it's bad when it hurts to breathe deeply or sneeze. I sneezed today and I thought I mean, my God, I saw stars. Last week I kept seeing various people posting some girl's face and it said a Hawk Tua. And I'm like, what is that? I saw this same young girl's face. They put her on the body of Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback. I go, what? I don't understand. What's happening? And even if it's just by accident, you're going to find out what this is. This is one of those viral things that is really, really blown up. A young lady was with her pal walking through the streets of Nashville, and some guy comes walking up. It's he's got a YouTube channel. He'll ask you questions and stuff like that, and he's just kind of like doing an interview with the chick, and he realizes that she's got a bigger than life personality. Stevie says, she's all over my social media, and I'm over it already. Okay, I'm looking at this from a talent perspective. This chick is fucking funny. For her to respond the way she did without missing a beat, rare. You don't find personalities like this that often. She is fucking funny. Okay, this is the original interview that started it all. Some of you may not even know what I'm talking about. You may not have any clue what this is, but this is a video that made everybody laugh and made her an absolute star.
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want.
Something about men on your roster, and she's talking about her one boyfriend or person she wants.
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want. I love you, Pookie, forever.
How do you get over a breakup?
The only way to get over one is get under another. Bit the cobwebs off this thing.
Okay. The only way to get over one is to get under another. I've never heard anybody say that before, and I don't know if maybe she did make that up. The only way to get over one is to get under another. Gotta knock the cobwebs off this thing.
breakup.
The only way to get over one is get under another. Bit the cobwebs off this thing.
This motherfucker don't miss.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh,
that
you
do?
gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing. You get me?
You got to get hawk Tua and spit on that thing. You get me? I like her pal cracking her ass up when she says this.
Crazy every time.
Oh,
that
you
do?
gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing. You get me?
And that's when
That's hysterical. That's fucking great. Oh my God. That made me laugh the second I went, oh, this is what everybody's talking about. Jesus Christ, is she quick? You got to give him the old hawk Tua and spit on that thing. You get me? Bob says the memes the past week have been great. Corey says she's got a ton of one-liners. They're all bangers. Kenny says, I can't help but think about the girl's poor father. Oh, look, dude, I can promise you that she has made a lifetime of making him uncomfortable. And he's like, yeah, whatever. He's over it too. This is not he's not, trust me. I've got a daughter who's not quite that high octane, but Jackie is a handful. Okay? She says things that make me go, Jesus Christ, stop. It's hysterical. Not a proud father moment in his life. Well, we don't know. Maybe he is proud. Chris says, for sure, Kenny, LOL. Okay, now there's a lot of backlash on her, and I haven't really unpacked it, but there've been a lot of, I saw pictures of her signing hats. She's like selling merch that say Hawk Tua. And so inevitably there's going to be blowback, and it's like, no. This is just one comedic moment for her hanging out. And she's capitalizing. Absolutely. Anybody who hates on her is jealous, or well, I don't know what else you could possibly be other than jealous. That is hysterical. Maybe she's going into a line of work where that's a great icebreaker. Yeah, that's me. I'm the Hawk Tua girl. I don't understand the hate of Hawk Tua girl. Now, there is a double standard, but if you were to say if a guy were to be interviewed in the same setting and had the same type of commentary, it would not be good. It would not be good. I think that is such a thing that happens so rarely in chickdom, to have the boldness to say whatever the hell she wants to say. I think is just it's just that it's rare and hysterical. Patrick says she's funny. She is funny. She strikes me as the type of person that could be really funny for a living if she wanted to. Got a real charisma there that could make money. The MK2 image of Reptile with her head and his acid spit move that has Hawk Tua on it is my favorite. Chris says, imagine waking up the next day and seeing it's gone viral. Crazy how small the world is nowadays. How about the quote, if she doesn't Hawk Tua, I don't want to talk to her, is my favorite t-shirt. Jeremy says, good for her. Turn that 15 seconds of fame into some cash. Megan says, I feel like she's a little like me and Jackie, my daughter. Just says shit to make dad embarrassed. Oh, God. Horrible. Tyler says, I asked my wife to give me some hawk tua, and she had no idea what I was talking about because she lives under a rock, apparently. Well, I can tell you this. With the viral sensation of this, it wouldn't surprise me if this has become a maneuver now. Just known as a hawk tua. All right. Corey says, I saw someone take the clip of when Bret Hart spit on Vince McMahon and they put hawk tua on it. Yeah, the internet is just full of so many fucking funny people. I love it. And then, you know, if it comes to people who do things like that, or just even just a comment, Megan says the boys at baseball were so embarrassed when they heard the moms laughing about it. Oh, no. I can just imagine. If I'm the age of these boys that you speak of, realizing that my mom and other moms are laughing about a clip where a chick is talking about spitting on a dick. I used to be embarrassed when my mother would use bad words like shit. Let alone my mom laughing. If that happened, my head would have exploded. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea, as Megan is part of like this mom squad, for any chicks in the mom squad to ever say hawk tua. Instantly, that's going to create a visual for someone who you're around. Hawk tua. Just like that, it takes on a life of its own. Because that chick is funny. All right. Megan says they're 13 and 14. Those boys are ruined. Oh, God. Fucking horrible. If you hear a woman talking about it, you kind of can't help but make this face, Kenny writes, and then he posts the emoji of some sly smile. Yeah, I would never, ever post the sly smile unless it was like Diana or someone old. I think if someone were to do hawk tua in front of me that was younger, like 38 and down, I'm just going to act like I didn't hear anything. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to act like I don't know what's going on. Patrick says, if I can talk about finger blasting, she can talk hawk tua. Bob writes, Taylor Swift makes music for girls that don't hawk tua. We don't know that. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got another story. Plunger Hand is back yet again. I told you about the incident that happened in the RV not long ago, and it happened fucking again. So we figured out that this camper that we recently got, this new RV, there was an incident the first time we used the goddamn thing, and the toilet got clogged. And my hand, I'm like, Jesus Christ, we got to unbreak up the clog. So I stuck like a stick down there and it wouldn't work. We ended up, this is horrible. So if you're eating, it's going to be the worst thing ever. Pooh Bear's hand is smaller than mine. She put it all the way down the thing, and she was wearing like a glove and had to unclog it. It was horrible. So then I'm like, okay, this can never happen again. After scrubbing her arm raw for like an hour, I go, okay, honey. Well, it's very, very important because the toilet is empty. There's no water in it. And if you got to fill it up with water, it's a simple process before the next process happens. If you don't do that, you run a risk. We all know this. Yesterday, I'm up north, and she goes, hey, we got a problem. I go, what's up? She says, the toilet's clogged again. And I go, okay, well, I think you know what we have to do. Now, just so happens I've got more of those long yellow gloves that come up to like your elbow. Now, I don't go poop inside of the damn RV when I'm up north. I always go in the outhouse. She will not go in there. And I said, she knows full well that you cannot use that without filling the damn water up. I think we need to bring her in here. This is unbelievable. Hello, Pooh Bear.
Yes, dear.
I was just discussing with the audience about the toilet in the RV.
Oh, God. That is bad news. Bad, bad, bad.
When you walked out of the RV and you broke the news to me,
Yeah.
what
And
were
you
you?
were kind of like,
Yeah.
you're kind of a dickhead about it.
Well, I mean, that's not exactly good news. I don't know what you want me to do. Jump up and down?
No, but you're like, what do you want me to do about it? Okay. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just let shit go everywhere then.
Hold on a second. Well, you knew going in that there's only one way to remedy this situation.
Yes.
And so maybe you didn't want to accept it, but you told me.
Yeah, I didn't. It was not enjoyable, but I did need your help.
I'm going to get into the ins and outs of the rest of the story coming up here. But
Okay.
that might be one of the worst things that's ever happened to anyone ever.
Yeah. And I'm not, I mean, I don't gag real easily. I mean, I gag on like cough medicine because I don't like that, but usually stuff doesn't bother me too much, but that made me gag. It was disgusting. And I hope to never have to do that again.
Well, yeah, you got to put water in the bowl.
Yeah. Lots
Because
of it.
you know, if you just push out a mean log and then drop some toilet paper in there, it's gonna get stopped up. You gotta fill up the bowl.
No, but we have a poop chewer. Won't that work?
The poop chewer is in the tank, so it has to get in the tank first.
Oh,
I've explained this to you.
I couldn't remember how the poop chewer worked. So you
Yeah,
can't use a poop chewer as it's going down.
So the audience doesn't know what the poop chewer is. The poop chewer is in the black water tank, and it's like a food processor for shit. But you got to get it in the tank first. It's like a Vitamix. It's like a shit Vitamix is what it is.
Yes.
It's inside of it.
Exactly.
But if it's getting stopped, if your giant fucking logs are getting stuck right at the bend, I mean.
Well, it sounds like that is a bad design.
Well, it worked fine for me when I had to use the toilet because I did have to go number 2 when we pulled over, and it worked fine for me because I filled the bowl up with water, which is what you're supposed to do.
Mm. Well, all right.
Okay.
I guess I'll take the blame.
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
I'm getting ready to leave, so everybody's been out except for Darla. She's up there with you on the couch. Did you notice her?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye. So she puts on the glove. And I turn the water pump off so it doesn't like just cascade water down the toilet for her. And I'm holding the opening of this RV toilet open with my foot. And prior to the big moment, I give her the glove. And she goes to put it on her right hand, but it's a left-handed glove. Okay? Nick describes it as, she pulled the old dry dock. Hey, you can't dry dock your shit. You got to let the water do what it's supposed to do. Bob says maybe a garbage disposal style thing in the pipe would work better. That's the poop chewer. The poop chewer is down. You don't need a poop chewer in the pipe if you just do what you're supposed to do. You can't dry dock your shit in an RV. She sees the glove. She goes, well, this is the left. I go, yeah. I'm right-handed. I go, well, Jesus fuck, I'm not asking you to fucking solve a Rubik's Cube. All you got to do is stick your goddamn hand down there and unclog the shit. And I thought she was going to beat my ass with that crack. She kind of looks, she goes, Eric. I go, bullshit, that was a good joke. Shut up. Puts a yellow glove on. I open up the Stargate, the shit Stargate, and in she goes. I got a bucket right there. I'm plugging my nose. I got the fan on above me, and it's the worst. It's so bad. Corey says, listen here, Toots, you're going to unclog my shit. Look, that wasn't my shit. That was her own shit. I noticed that when she's pulling her arm out with clumps of paper and shit, it's like wet. It's brown on her skin, and it's running down inside of the glove. I'm like, Jesus. And she starts going, she's gagging on this. And you hear, she's throwing the bucket. Like, oh, my God, you sick bitch. I'm never going to touch you again. Finally, get this thing unclogged. I go, don't move. Put this arm in that bucket and carry it outside. And then it was like the scene in fucking Pulp Fiction. I might have used that joke before. When they're spraying Jules and Vincent off outside of when the wolf is squirting them down. Corey says she pooped it, her problem. I like how this started with her telling me, hey, guess what? I got bad news. And I'm like, yeah, I can't get my hand in there. The fact that this happened 2 weeks earlier, how could you let this happen again? I don't understand. Glove comes off. All that stuff gets dumped into the outhouse. I go, don't touch anything. Just walk in here. You just spray. I got like a hose outside of the RV. I'm just like spraying it down. Okay, now I'm just squirting soap on it. I go, now scrub. Rinse, scrub again. rinse, scrub again, rinse, scrub again, like 4 times. I go, it'll never be clean. Never. My God. Man. So that means now twice this has happened. When we go on this trip to Maine, I've got a list of things that we need for the trip. And I shit you not, I've got bucket and rubber gloves on my list because the bucket and rubber gloves that I used was in the old trailer up north because that's where we were. So then I had to scrub the bucket out. I don't want, any remnant, disinfectant cleaner. God. Add Metamucil to that pack list. Nick says, holy shit. I finally learned a lesson with that thing I was describing to you as the car dolly. By the way, I've got a staff meeting at 11 a.m. The car dolly, we pull the Honda Civic behind the fucking camper. My property is almost like the driveway is a decline. And it's all grass. And getting a car onto a dolly is treacherous because the tires are always slick and wet. You're going uphill to get it onto the dolly, and it's a pain in the ass. I have destroyed 2 bumpers on that exact car and another front end on the Dodge Journey from putting it onto the car dolly. And I tried to get it on, and I could sense there was a problem. I go, this is not going to work. Back the vehicle off. Okay, I go, Dinah, we're going to do this differently. We're going to take this fucking thing out to the paved road, 3/4 of a mile from here. And in the middle of the road, we're going to load this thing up. And that was fucking brilliant. Worked perfectly. Almost got stuck because it rained Saturday for literally torrential rains from 9 or 10 in the morning to 8 or 9 at night. I don't think I've ever seen rain quite like that. It was so intense. Jesus. So the driveway in is just a 2-track. And it was deep mud. Deep. So I've got this 8 billion pound vehicle. And I'm hauling the car dolly behind me with no car on it. Good thing I didn't have the car on it. I don't know if I would have made it. Holy shit. I start going up the drive, and it's uphill. And we get to the spot where the mud is deepest, and I could feel the tires starting to spin because the revs go up. I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, get in the gas. RV sideways. Racing up the thing. Fucking made it. And if I'd have slowed down even a little bit, I think it was kind of like one of those a tractor pull. That's what it felt like I was doing. We got that shit done, though. Hawk Tua. Dare me to do Hawk Tua during the staff meeting. I think my favorite part of Hawk Tua is the friend cracking up at her crazy ass friend.
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want. I love you, Pookie, forever.
How do you get over it, bro?
Who's Pookie? Is she seen Pookie? Is that a guy she's stalking?
Breakup.
The only way to get over one is get under another. Bit the cobwebs off this thing.
This motherfucker don't miss.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh,
That
you
do?
gotta give him that Hawk to it.
Look at her. The friend is cracking up.
Sit on that thing. You get me?
And that
That fucking kid. That's hysterical. That is so funny. I love you, Pookie, forever. Kenny says, I hope some quarterback in the NFL works Hawk Tua into their plays before they hike the ball this fall. All right. Thank you, folks, for enjoying the show on Facebook. on X, on YouTube. But I'm going to cut you loose. The rest of the show is available on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or just search my name on Twitch. You'll find it. Show goes uninterrupted on Twitch every single day, or Monday through Friday, I should say. Not to mention the audio that is this podcast is available wherever you download shows. So subscribe to that on whatever platform that you enjoy shows on. Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. I have a Patreon featuring the latest editions of Who Are These Free Beers and the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. They just went live over the weekend. You can check out those shows. We had a great time, as always. This is kind of a bizarre week for your old pal EZ. First of all, let me kick those folks on Facebook, X, and YouTube out. Thank you so much.